Hey guys, my name's Ron White. I am a two-time USA memory champion. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever shook somebody's hand and 2 seconds later, you can't remember what they said their name was? Have you ever got up to give a speech or a presentation, as soon as you get up in front of the group, your mind goes blank? Have you ever read a book and a week later you can't remember what you read? Or you go to a seminar or a conference and a week later you can't remember what you learned? It happens to all of us. Memory lapses are terrible, and in business they can be costly. So in this video, very quickly, I'm going to give you some memory tips. I'm going to give you my top 10 brain tips to have a quick, sharp, and healthy brain. So we're going to have some fun, and also you're going to memorize my 10 tips. So here we go. Don't try to question this. Just go with it, and let's just have some fun. Right now, wherever you're at, I want you to relax. I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to point to the top of your head and say, number one is the top. I know you feel silly doing it, but just say number one is the top. Number two is your nose. Number three is your mouth. One is top, two is nose, three is mouth. Say it again. One is top, two is nose, three is mouth. Number four is your ribs. Go ahead and touch your ribs and say number four is your ribs. Number five, right here in the middle, somewhere over here, I'm not a doctor, but number five is your liver. So say five is your liver. One is top, two is nose, three is mouth, four is your ribs, five is your liver. We're going to number 10 body parts, and it's important to remember five is right in the middle. Five is your liver. Number six is your hip joint. We're just going to call it joint. Number seven is our kneecap. We're just going to call it cap. Number eight, there are two bones in the bottom part of our leg, our shin bone down there. Eight is our fibula. So eight is our fibula. One is top, two is nose, three is mouth, four is ribs, five is your liver, number six is your joint, your hip joint, number seven is your kneecap, eight is your fibula. Number nine is the bottom of the foot, the ball of the foot. Let's just call it bottom of the foot. Number 10 is the ground, but we're going to call it the sand. Number 10 is the ground or the sand. Number one is top, two is nose, three is mouth, four is ribs, five is liver, six is joint, seven is cap, eight is fibula, nine is the bottom of the foot, and 10 is the sand. Now here is the premise that I'm going to suggest. I'm going to suggest if you have anything that you want to memorize, and if it's 10 items, you can take these 10 items and stick them on your body parts and then remember the list of 10 items. And it could be anything. It could be 10 points to a speech. So I'm going to give you 10 words, and I want you to memorize these 10 words by visualizing them on your body part. On the top of your head, number one up here, the word I want you to remember is a mouth talking. So just see a mouth talking up here. If it helps you to put your hands up here and you have a mouth talking up here, do it. Number two, what is our location? It is our nose. I want you to imagine you're pouring water in your nose. You're pouring water down your nose. Imagine you're underwater and water shooting out of your nose. Number one is talking. Two is your nose. Number three, I want you to imagine you open your mouth and fish jump out of your mouth. Fish are jumping out of your mouth. Number one is the top of your head, and you got somebody talking, a mouth talking. Number two, you're pouring water down your nose. Number three, a fish are jumping out of your mouth. Number four, I want you to imagine vitamins. Imagine your ribs are made out of vitamins. Reach down there, break off a piece of your ribs, and take your vitamins. Smell that vitamin-y smell. Taste that vitamin-y taste. Four is vitamins. Number five, on your liver, I want you to imagine Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, and he's eating a can of spinach. You're pouring spinach into your liver. You're just pouring it in there. Let's go back and review. A mouth talking. You're pouring water down your nose. You have fish jumping out of your mouth. You have vitamins on your ribs, and you got Popeye the Sailor Man right here on your liver. You're pouring spinach in there. Number six, on your hip joint. On your hips, I want you to imagine a massage. Just imagine, oh my gosh, somebody's massaging your back right there on your hip line. Oh man, that feels so good. Oh, a massage. Feel it. Number seven, on your kneecap, I want you to imagine somebody walking. Look down there on your kneecap and somebody's walking in a circle on your kneecap. Hey, what are you doing down there? Number eight, what's the location? It is our fibula. On our fibula, I want you to see a question mark. Imagine you look down there on your fibula, your calf, your shin, whatever you want to call it, and you see a tattoo, and the tattoo is a question mark. Look down there and see a question mark. Look up at your kneecap, there's somebody walking. On your hip joint, oh my gosh, you're getting a massage that feels so good. On your liver, you're pouring spinach in Popeye's mouth. On your ribs, vitamins. Mouth, fish. Water, top of your head, talking. 2 more. Bottom of your feet, on the bottom of your feet, I want you to look down there and I want you to see your feet are breathing. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. But look down there and you just see oxygen and it's going out of your feet. Your feet are breathing. You take off your shoes, you need to let your feet breathe, let's pretend. Look down there, your feet are breathing. And on the ground, last one, I want you to see somebody standing on the ground that you really love and you give them a hug. Somebody you love and you're giving them a hug. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. Look down there on the ground and there they are. Let's review. Top of our head, mouth talking. On our nose, water. On our mouth, fish. On our ribs, vitamin, liver, Popeye, hip joint, massage, kneecap, walking. What was on your fibula? A question mark. What was on the bottom of your foot? Breathing. What was on the ground? Giving somebody a hug. Let's just think about this and go through this really quick one more time. But think about what you just did. You just numbered 10 spots on your body. Then I gave you 10 words and you memorized these 10 words by attaching them to your body. What do we put on number 1? Talking. What do we put on our nose? Water. What do we put in our mouth? Fish. What do we put on our ribs? Vitamins. What do we put on our liver? Popeye, spinach. What do we put on our number 6, hip joint? Oh, massage, that feels so good. What do we put on our kneecap? Going for a walk. What's branded on your fibula? A question mark. What's on the bottom of your feet? Breathing. And what's on the ground? The sand. You're hugging somebody you love. Guys, here's the concept, and this is fun, I hope, but I also hope it's exciting for you. I just gave you 10 words. You memorized them by sticking them on your body. What does this mean? This means the next time you have to give a speech or a presentation, take point number 1 and imagine it on top of your head. You want to make more money, so you see money flying out of the top of your head. The next point on your speech is we need to become good time managers, manage our time effectively. So you see a clock in your nose and a cuckoo bird coming out. Cuckoo, you create a crazy story. And you do this with all 10 points in your speech. Then you get up in front of the group, no notes in your hand, and you say, hey guys, I want to talk to you today. And you think back about money. And we want to talk about how to manage our time because you got a clock right here. You could take anything you want and remember it as long as there's just 10 of them and stick it on your body. Now in this video, what did I want to do? I wanted you to memorize my top 10 ways to keep a quick, fresh, healthy, and sharp brain. And here are my top 10 suggestions, and you just memorized them. Here's the beauty of this. I taught you the memory system, and using the memory system, you memorize 10 points to improve your memory. Whoa, mind bender. Here we go. Number 1, we had somebody talking. Stop the negative self-talk. Your self-talk matters. Stop telling yourself, I have a terrible memory. I can't focus. I can't concentrate. I'm terrible with names. Stop the negative self-talk. What was on our nose? Water. To me, that represents drink plenty of water. I try to drink 8 glasses of water a day. A dehydrated brain can't focus. One of the easiest and quickest things you can do to improve your memory is drink plenty of water. Stop your negative self-talk. Oh, I have a poor memory, poor me. Get that out of your brain. Number 3, fish. Fish are full of omega-3s. Omega-3s are great for your brain and memory. Number 4, multivitamins. Take a multivitamin. You're going to get things out of that multivitamin that are very helpful to your brain. Take a daily multivitamin. Every single day, before the day even starts, I drink a glass of water, I take an omega-3 supplement, and a vitamin. Boom! 3 of my top 10 I take care of in the first 10 minutes of the day. Number 5, one of my favorite brain foods is spinach. Spinach, blueberries are great for the antioxidant purposes. Number 6, Massage. This just represents relax. When we are stressed out, our body produces something called cortisol. Cortisol can help us through the stress of that moment, but long-term and maintained, it's terrible for your brain and memory. Get a massage, relax. If getting a massage isn't possible, just get in the shower and take a hot shower. Relax. Number 6. Number 7, go for a walk. Walking gives you exercise. That's great for the brain. Walking is outdoors. That a lot of times, unless you're on a treadmill, that's great for the brain. And also walking reinforces your memory. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? And just walk and talk. Talk it out. Talk about what you learned. It's going to reinforce it in your memory. Number 8, question. Question negative thoughts. When you start having negative thoughts, question them. When your brain says, oh, this person doesn't like me, or this person's thinking that, or this really bad thing is going to happen, or that really bad thing is going to happen, or I'm really stressed about this, stop it and ask yourself the question, how do I know that to be true? What evidence do I have of that? Have I been in this situation before and have I been okay? Ask yourself questions to put a little bit of a pause on those negative thoughts. They could be catastrophizing and not really what's going to happen, or not really true. Use questions to rein your imagination back in and stop going down that spiral of negative thoughts. That really impacts your brain and your memory. Number 9, breathing. Just breathe. Take a deep breath. It's going to relax you. That's going to help your brain. It's going to get more oxygen to your brain. That's going to help your brain. Breathe. And then last one, hug. Give someone you love a hug. When you give somebody a hug, your body produces something called oxytocin. Oxytocin is the feel-good hormone, and it can really shift your mindset to more positive thoughts. So my top 10 brain tips for you are, number 1, stop the negative self-talk. Number 2, drink plenty of water. Number 3, omega-3s. Number 4, multivitamins. Number 5, spinach. Number 6, get a massage, relax, take a warm shower. Number 7, go for walks, get some exercise, talk about what you learned. Number 8, use questions to stop your negative thoughts from spiraling out of control. Number 9, breathe. And number 10, give somebody you love a hug. Get some of that oxytocin. Guys, here's my tips for you, and I hope you find this a little bit enjoyable. The next time you have a list of words you want to memorize, maybe attach them to your body. You may say, well, Ron, what if there's more than 10 items? Well, then start using pieces of furniture in your house. Number 20 pieces of furniture in your house, and just like we did with the body, imagine them on this map of your house. Your brains are better than you think it is. Your memories are better than you think it is. Give yourself some credit. Have some fun. Start seeing things in pictures. Start imagining them crashing out of the walls or seeing them on pieces of furniture in your house. My name's Ron White. I am a 2-time USA memory champion. I have written out the United States Constitution word for word, 4,543 words. And I'm also a veteran of the war in Afghanistan. I was deployed there in 2007. And when I returned from Afghanistan, I memorized everybody who died in the war in Afghanistan and the order of their death. There's 2,400 U.S. military. I memorized their rank, their first name, and their last name. It's over 7,000 words. And I memorized the Constitution, the Afghanistan names, and a deck of cards all the same way. I turned them into images and I saw them on pieces of furniture throughout my house and homes that I was familiar with. Your brain is phenomenal. Stop that negative self-talk. Have some fun. Take a deep breath. Go for walks. Relax. Give somebody that you love a hug. Question those negative emotions. Feed your brain with water, omega-3, multivitamins, and spinach. You're amazing. Your memory is amazing. And thank you for letting me be a part of your event. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is @brainathlete. @brainathlete. And remember, your memory is incredible.